Imagine a world without the crusty baguette, the soft, pillowy naan, or the dense, flavorful rye bread. Our meals would look very different, wouldn't they? The story of bread begins over 10,000 years ago with the dawn of agriculture in the Fertile Crescent, where ancient peoples first cultivated wild grains. These early farmers ground cereals between simple stones, mixing water with the flour to form rudimentary flatbreads, cooked over hot stones or in the ashes of fires. As civilizations advanced, so did bread-making techniques. The Egyptians, around 8,000 years ago, were pioneers in using yeast, accidentally discovering its leavening properties when dough left out in the warm air began to ferment. This serendipitous discovery led to the airy risen breads we are familiar with today. With the rise of the Roman Empire, bread-making flourished. Roman bakers refined baking methods and recipes, establishing the first bakeries that served as communal hubs for bread production. These bakeries laid the groundwork for modern bread making, spreading their techniques across Europe as the empire expanded. By the Middle Ages, bread had become so central to daily life that laws were created to regulate its production and sale. Different types of bread, from coarse rye to fine white loaves, often indicated social status. Today, bread remains a universal symbol of sustenance and shared life. It reflects a wide tapestry of cultures and flavors, from the crusty baguettes of France to the tender naan of India, each type telling a story of the local environment, traditions, and people. Our journey begins with the manual milling of wheat grains using a traditional stone mill. This ancient method grinds the grains into fine flour, setting the foundation for the exceptional breads crafted here. Meet the quintessential country bread, also known as kampon bio. Crafted with precision and passion, this bread is a testament to the simplicity and richness of traditional baking. In a large wooden trough, the freshly milled flour is carefully mixed with sea salt from Kyotango, enhancing the natural flavors. Water and a homemade fermented starter, pivotal for the bread's rise and depth of flavor, are then added. After mixing, the dough is lovingly folded and left to rest. It is then hand-shaped into 3 distinctive forms: round, oval, and traditional farmhouse style. Showcasing the skill of these artisan bakers. This dough also begins with flour in a wooden box. Fermented seeds, Jersey milk, and additional ingredients are mixed entirely by hand, reflecting the baker's dedication to traditional methods. Here, we are witnessing the production of the farmer's brioche. Each loaf is handcrafted to achieve a subtle, soft texture that's rich, yet not overpowering, representing a luxurious twist on the classic French brioche. The dough is then enriched with artisanal fermented butter, meticulously folded in by hand to ensure a rich, even texture throughout. Finally, the dough is divided and shaped into loaves. prepared for baking in the traditional oven. Dive into the robust world of our brown rice flour and rye bread. Crafted for those who appreciate a hearty, wholesome slice, this loaf features a distinct combination of grains that imparts a denser texture and a rich, nutty flavor profile. The dough, a unique mix of select grains including brown rice and rye, is crafted entirely by hand. This meticulous blending process ensures each loaf is infused with the bakery's signature rustic charm. Once shaped, the dough is nestled into metal tins and given a light dusting of flour. The dough is then baked in a homemade wooden fire oven, central to this bakery's charm. Drawing on techniques that blend Japanese precision with the rustic French approach to artisanal baking. As the loaves are prepared for the oven, a crucial step known as scoring is meticulously performed. This involves making shallow cuts on the surface of the dough with a sharp blade. Scoring is both functional and artistic, fulfilling several important roles in bread making. These cuts allow the bread to expand during baking without bursting, providing a controlled outlet for the gases produced by the yeast. This ensures that each loaf rises beautifully, achieving the desired texture and shape. Additionally, scoring adds a unique aesthetic touch, enabling bakers to imprint their signature designs. These patterns not only enhance the visual appeal, but also help in forming an evenly crispy crust. Through this process, the artistry of baking is showcased, ensuring that each loaf is not just a delight to taste, but also a feast for the eyes. The baker tests the bread by knocking on its base, a traditional technique to ensure it is perfectly baked, resonating with a hollow sound. Each loaf, from the subtly textured brioche to the robust rye, reflects the heritage and craftsmanship of these Japanese bakers in France. Their commitment to manual methods and natural ingredients produces not just bread, but a bridge between cultures.